Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another episode of Rate Their Chances. And if you haven't seen the series yet, this is a series all about the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Game for the Nintendo Switch. In each episode, I will be going over one specific character. I will be going over pros and cons, and then I will be giving my opinions on the character, and at the end of the episode I will give a rating on a percentage wise from either 0 to 100% based on what I feel the likeliness of this character would be as a playable character in the upcoming game. So we are on, I believe this is episode 6. We did have episode 5 earlier today, and that should have been Rayman. If you haven't checked that out and you would like to, I will, at the end of this video there'll be like in the little annotations on screen that should pop up, and you can click on that then and go watch that, give me your opinions, and if you want to check out any of the other ones I've done, like I said, this is episode 6, so there's 5 before this, and if you want to check them out, I'd appreciate that, and let me know your thoughts. So again, these are all my opinions. You're allowed to agree, you're allowed to disagree, we're allowed to have a conversation, and I would love to have conversations about this stuff, because I love having conversations about Smash Bros. But anyway, let's get on with the video. So, Shovel Knight, huh? Shovel Knight. Well, I mean, a lot of us have heard about this guy already. One of the first pros that I'm going to go over is, for Shovel Knight, is that he is practically like the mascot for indie games. I mean, if you haven't heard of this guy, then you've pretty much been like living under a rock, or you just don't pay attention to like indie games at all. I mean, I don't pay too close attention to indie games, but I mean, this guy's been all over the place. He's been like a hit with characters. He's been a hit with like the gaming community. He definitely got his following and his fan base for his games that are fantastic. I did play the first one on the Wii U. Absolutely had a blast with it. It was incredibly fun. The moveset wise for this guy is like, the moveset potential is totally there. Of course he got the shovel. We don't have like a shovel user, so it could be pretty unique. He's got just so many like different potential like ideas for movesets. I mean, it's been a little while since I played the game, but if you know anything about the character, you know that coming up with I keep saying this, but coming up with a moveset is going to be super easy for this guy. He's got so many unique qualities and characteristics about him that moveset is easy. The mascot being, well, quote unquote mascot of the Indies, I mean, that's another good pro. Another one, he does have his own Amiibo, if you didn't actually know that. So I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, pretty much all Amiibos are for the most part first party Nintendo characters. Of course, there's the third party characters that are from Smash Bros, but besides like Smash Bros, I don't really believe there's any like Amiibos that are from outside companies besides Shovel Knight. So him having his own Amiibo is actually, I believe, a pretty big deal. It could be an indicator as to what they thought of Shovel Knight, what Nintendo thinks of Shovel Knight as a character and the potential it has, and they've seen the following and how well he would fit into the Smash Brothers game. He wouldn't stand out. He'd be perfect for it. And the Amiibo, that would be incredible for him. I would love to see this actually. I made a video a few weeks ago about having does a character having an Amiibo mean they're gonna be a guaranteed spot in the upcoming roster. If you haven't seen that video, maybe check that out. It's want to know people's opinions on that, but I think having an Amiibo definitely helps chances. Then again, there's a good chance that they could just remake an entire new line of Smash Bros. Amiibos for the new game, because they're not going to cut the Amiibo functionality out of the game. So Shovel Knight having an Amiibo is a big plus in my opinion. And I believe that's pretty much all the pros. So he's the quote unquote mascot for indie games. He's very popular. He's highly requested as a character. He would be a third party character. He already has an Amiibo. That's a lot of good pros on his side right there. So let's move over to the cons, shall we? So first con that I have is no indie characters have ever been in Smash Bros. At least as of yet, up to this point of making the video, none have ever been in the game or have been announced for future games. So I mean, that's got to be kind of viewed as a con. At least I believe it should be, because if they haven't really looked at indie third party characters, there we go, that's how you say that. If they haven't really looked at them before, I mean, no matter how popular or unpopular, I guess you wouldn't really look at unpopular characters anyway, but no matter how popular third party characters for the indie scene have been, I mean, if you don't get looked at, that's only a negative. That only could hurt Shovel Knight, but I got that as a con, and I think that could play into a factor, when picking a roster. It could be like Nintendo and Sakurai could look at it as, well, he's an indie, he's not like a AAA main, like, iconic third-party character that people are like, dude, I know who that is. And, if you're going to be a third-party character in Smash, you better have, like, a huge following. You better be, like, iconic, quote-unquote, such as, your Sonic, your Mega Man, your Pac-Man, your Ryu, your Cloud. I mean, see, those are gaming icons. Shovel Knight, let's face it, he's nowhere near that list of characters. So I got that as a con. Another con that I have, yes, he's a third party, which helps, but it also hurts him because there's plenty of other third party characters that probably would deserve to be in the game over Shovel Knight. I mean, there's plenty out there. Rayman is one, Bomberman would be another, Geno from Super Mario RPG. I mean, there's that's only just a couple. There's plenty of others that, but like, so I think Shovel Knight, in terms of, viewing third-party characters, he's not, I don't think he'd be too high on the list because, like I said, there's way more popular and, maybe more deserving third-party characters that should be incorporated into Smash Bros. As a playable character, so I believe that hurts him as well. But that's all I got for this one, so got a few pros, got a couple cons, and for my final kind of rating on Shovel Knight, this one was tricky for me to kind of come up with because I could definitely see him being put in the game as a playable character, and at the same time, I can't. So I'm gonna take maybe the wimpy way out of here. I'm just gonna say 50% for Shovel Knight. Either he's in or he's not. It's really hard for me to decide on this. Again, these are my opinions, and that's what I want to give on this one. So, like, 50-50. I can't really lean one way or the other, which is why I'm giving him the rating that it is. So, that's it for this one. If you guys have any opinions about Shovel Knight yourself, or you want to give your own opinions and percentage-wise what you think Shovel Knight could be as a playable character in an upcoming Smash Bros. Game, please leave them down in the comments. I love to read them, and I will do my best to respond, because like I say, I love to talk about Smash Bros. So if you got anything to say, you want to have a nice little conversation, I'll try my best to reply. But with that being said, this one is done for the day. I hope you guys like this little series. I think you have been so far. I've been getting pretty good views and comments on the video, so I'm definitely going to continue this. The plan is to continue this series up until, Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch gets released, or if there's a giant leak and we somehow know the entire roster before the game comes out. But with that being said, the video is done, and hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys check out future videos and all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang, all that stuff. But thanks for coming by and checking out another video, and hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love